Here in Sweden lives not just the king of the land, but the king of the forest, the elusive moose. Notoriously hard to see, he has become a national attraction. In this video, I'm going to try a few different methods, as I've yet to see one myself.
Let's go.
A trip to Sweden isn't complete without experiencing its pristine nature. Many may expect to see a moose while on a walk or a hike, so I decided to start there. Every walk in the forest is a different experience. Like today, I stumbled upon a raspberry patch, which is something moose do surprisingly eat sometimes.
Raspberry patch. Found quite a big patch of raspberries. Usually you don't find that many of them, but here, because the road is cleared and it's quite sandy, they grow pretty abundantly, and yeah, it'll be a good place to pick raspberries.
There are many posts that tell you where the official trail is, but always be mindful of your location and heed advice of professionals regardless. Sometimes you might be the only one on a trail. I wasn't having much luck, so I changed my sights to the ground. I found near another raspberry patch a bunch of footprints. These must have been from a moose.
It's pretty big.
Although I didn't see a moose, this attempt was partially successful. And later, when I went on another walk, I did stumble across, let's say, its droppings. I was piecing together the puzzle of the moose, yet he still evaded me. So I changed my tactic and decided to go out at dusk. Sometimes moose like to rest on warm, sunny days, so you might have better luck at dusk to see one in the wild. The forest is both beautiful and sinister at dusk. It begins to change shape and sound different, becoming like a character in a myth. Rocks develop faces, shadows begin to look like people, and mounds begin to look like little elf houses.
There was a hunting tower up ahead, so somebody thinks there's some moose around.
There's a lot of mosquitoes trying to get in. Oh my God. Oh, is that a butterfly? No.
So I waited patiently if something would come around. But would I spot one? No. Moose live all over, but their highest concentration are in the historical region called Småland. There's also quite a few just northwest of Stockholm. I'm in one of these moose hotspots, yet the moose continues to elude me. So I decided to go to one of the most popular moose safaris in Sweden, to Smålandet Moose Safari. Rain or shine, families from around Sweden and even neighboring countries like Denmark and Germany come here to see them. I recommend visiting a safari or going on a planned excursion, as they are more reliable, convenient, and safe. You can find one of these options offered in many places around the country.
My name is Jan, and today I'm gonna present you the king of the Swedish forest, the moose.
It also allows you to see a moose up close and in their natural environment. Ironically, the moose has a longer lifespan in one of these parks than in the wild due to hunting.
Welcome to the land of the moose.
And then, off in the distance, I saw my first moose. His name is Sven, and he came from a nearby zoo to live a happier life here at this park. Actually, he's so well fed and relaxed, he didn't want to move. Trams come by all the time with snacks. He knows this location at the entrance is the prime spot to get them. But he seemed full.
Astrid next to the second wagon, she's a slow and friendly moose. On the other hand, Astrid's mother Houston, she was fast and dangerous. As I approached her,
I was losing hope for Sven to come and say hello, until another moose, Luke, came along.
on the left side of the train, if we look a little bit to the back, among the bushes, there we have another male moose, and he's called Luke.
This is when Sven was inspired to get up. Sven wasn't going to allow Luke to get all the snacks.
The males, they grow a new pair of antlers every single year. The heaviest moose ever measured here in Sweden was over 800 kilograms heavy. Here we have the oldest moose of our park. She's called Signe. Signe, she's 15 years old. That's like an 80-year-old human.
I was happy to see they also had American bison. There are many countries around the world that do what they can to help the endangered bison.
On the other hand, they only need 8 months to deliver a new baby. A moose will become adult just after 1 year. In accidents,
If you're feeling adventurous, you can also eat the moose. They have it in meatballs or hot dogs. I rate it a 7 out of 10. I'd probably give it another try. If you're in Gothenburg, you can go to Slottsskogen Park in the middle of the city. It has a small free zoo aimed at educating children and visitors, all while boosting the population of many endangered, mostly Nordic animals. If you climb to the top of the hill, you will find views of Gothenburg. Here you can see Karla Tornet, Scandinavia's tallest building. This is where you can also see the moose. His name is Moses. I walked with him for a while, and I saw that he led me to the other side of the enclosure, where there was a female moose named Henrietta, and their two babies, Jutta and Jota. Don't worry, Moses isn't too lonely anyway. He also had Elsa, but she stayed away. The elusive moose isn't so elusive after all. So when you're in Sweden, make sure you visit his forest kingdom, and maybe you'll even be lucky enough to meet the king himself.